Good morning. Today, I hope is day 31. I've missed a few days in between. I'm still not completely recovered from that night. So yeah, a lot of things going on. A lot of emotions, feelings, confusion. Maybe that is why, at times when you have a simple thing to do in your sink, there is just one vessel which you need to sort of uh, wash, but you don't do it. And that's not always laziness. Sometimes you're emotionally drained, you're mentally sort of so low that you don't even have that willpower to do one thing. So I don't know how to manage that, but what I feel is that I should just keep on doing it even though I don't feel it. And maybe that is how you become mentally strong. So today I'm going to edit the video right now. It's I think 8 o'clock. I have 1 hour more to go till the office. Editing is going to take a long time. It's almost 9 now, so I need to go and get some water to drink and to cook food because my stomach is also not that great, and I need to, I think, focus on having some healthy diet and good water for at least a few days. There is the water, and I also got lassi, 20 rupees for 200 ml. Quite decent. Just a short update on our budget. We were at 24,870 and on 3rd. Now it's the 9th and we are at 28,920 with an expense of 4,050 in between. So yeah, we have successfully not accomplished our second goal of 25k. Now I hope it stops at 30 because I'm almost done. I'm leaving day after. So yeah, we started at 20, went to 30. A lot of things remain in this place. Oh, I also have butter chicken. Yeah, a main guy is here. Even after, right now I have this very averse reaction to alcohol. Even though I have it, I don't feel like even having one drop of it. I know this will change, but for now, I'm like, shit. What I'm making today is called kanji in Malayalam or gruel in English. Is basically boiled rice along with the rice juice. So the water, you keep it, you retain it so that it becomes a little easier to drink or eat it. So that is a very healthy thing for your stomach apparently. So I'm gonna use this entire rice for maybe today and tomorrow both. Next thing is washing the clothes, which is ready, but the only problem is my nails are too big now, and while rubbing my hands I can easily sort of tear my skin, so I need to cut the nails. This is the nail cutter for today, which to be honest I've used it for more than a decade, even more I guess, and I only cut my nails with this nail cutter. Other ones, in case of emergency, I will, but if I have to, I'll be always using this. I do not know what kind of obsession is that. The rice is almost ready. I anticipated I would be having more broth or the rice juice, but I don't. It's almost the same, so it's almost like a rice now. But that's fine. Still, some rice is okay. Good for me. Now it's time to make my favorite potato slice fry sides. Fancy. Potatoes are sliced and to be ready to be fried. The potatoes are ready. Looks fine and colored. I'm just going to put in 2 eggs. This eggs in the pan to mop up the oil so that I can also have egg, potato, rice, and now I'm thinking I also need curd because curd is also good for stomach, and all these things are not that good for an upset stomach. This masala and oil, but yeah, I'm just gonna think that if I'm using curd, it'll all kind of balance it out. Lunch is ready. Dahi, chawal. Then we have the scrambled eggs and potato slice fries. I'm actually salivating a little. And along with a recent Malayalam film which I wanted to watch, and thankfully it is on Z5. Just finished watching the movie. It's a beautiful movie called Prince and the Family. It's a Malayalam film available on Z5. It covers an interesting topic about social media influencers and what they do, how things go on to this gray area and lot. So interesting one. Can have a watch. You know, when you watch a lot of movies, what you kind of realize is that there are a lot of different worlds in the same world. So it's like an existence of multi worlds in this world. When I talk about worlds, I'm not talking about bhoot pret or spirits or things like that. It's about people having different worlds, coming out of different worlds, having different viewpoints, perspectives. My initial experience with this was, I think I was in 6th or 7th probably, and it was science period in the school, and the teacher gave us unit test papers. So I don't know if this happens now. I'm talking about around 20 years ago when I was in school. Yeah, I'm old. So they used to give us papers and we have to check it if everything is right, and then they'll give the final marks or they'll keep it as it is. So I got my paper and I got something in 21, 22, early 20s, and I was like, oh shit. I wouldn't have said shit. I would have said Aila. And because for me, I am directly fast forwarded to the scene at my home. What happens when my parents see this, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to be put down, I'm going to be kind of shamed and called useless and things like that, because I didn't even cross 70%, which is 28, 75, 30. 75 was a decent one for them, but I didn't even go there. So I am in my agony, and then I look at my friend who is also a little sad, and he studies better than me, and I see he's gotten something like 30s, in 30s, 33, 34, 34, 33 or 32. And then he said, what happened? I lost 7, 8 marks, whatever it was. But yeah, but you crossed 80%. Like, it's way above 21, 22, which I've got way above 30 also. When you have, it's a 40-mark question paper. So if you have something in 30, you feel good. But he was sad, my parents won't like it and this and that. And another guy sitting next to me, he has just passed. So this is the time when passing mattered. Okay, now I don't know in schools what happens, but at that time, if you don't get passed, you're not going to another class. You have to sit there for 1 year. So he got like 15, 16, is happy, I'm passed. And that's all matters. I'm like, so तेरा parents कुछ बोलते नहीं है, and he's like, क्यों pass हो गया मैं? So that is like that's when I initially realized that not all the parents think alike. I used to feel that parents are the same. It's like a post. So if you're a parent, you have to do these things to your kids. But yeah, I eventually started realizing, no, they do not react in the same manner for the same results which their kids bring in. There was this one guy who got like single digit marks, and he had no issues with it. He was okay. So I'm like, won't your parents hit you or tell things to you or do like, no, they are happy that I'm going to school. So I'm like, okay, so that is different perspective. So we have different perspective, different ideas of how all these kids grew up, and most of our childhood kind of cements our adulthood, creates a world around us. So if you have been with a critical parent, if you have been with an abusive parent, a neglectful parent, secure parent, let's put some positive values to all these things affect how you grow up. So basically in infancy and your childhood and adolescence, you're almost formed. Then you really have to go against you to develop yourself into something else, because this part of life kind of describes or makes you up. So this person has all these things. And then in adulthood is just about how much you want to show, how much you don't want to show, but you have all of it in you because you have accumulated that in years, because our brains get wired very fast, very soon, in early infancy, in childhood, adolescence, done. I think almost the majority part is wired. So we are wired in different ways since our childhood. So that is the reason we have different kinds of adults in this world. Some may be very conservative, some may be very liberal, or some may be very open-minded, some may be very attached to moral values. So, we have all kind of adults in this world now, and you also know you have a default sense that this is what I am. This is how much I can extend a boundary. This is how much I can accept. So that is why we have different worlds based on our situation. So if you had a dramatic environment in your home where your dad is an alcoholic, creates a lot of drama, and your mom is neglectful, or mom is not there for you, has abandoned you, something like that, these people, when they grow up, they have a good tendency to form mental disorders or personality disorders. And these people, when they come into relationships, they don't know what ideal relationship looks like, because the brain got wired looking at the parents, and they think this is marriage, or this is love. So these form of ideas which we see in our childhood, in our infancy and adolescence, we create our ideas, and then when we become big, we go into a relationship, we don't know what to do, because this was okay in my household, why is it not okay with you? And she was like, no, this was never done in my household. So these kind of issues stems from the fact that we are grown from different worlds, we exist in different worlds, and we are still traversing through different worlds. All the while we have a strong sense of our world from where we came from. It's a little confusing maybe, but a handicapped person will have a different world. A mentally challenged person or a person with a mental disorder or a personality disorder will have a different sort of world. And a lot of mental disorders and personality disorders, by the way, comes from the fact that the childhood was not good, or also they had gone through some traumatic events in their adolescence or even in adulthood. We have to come forward, every one of us, and kind of embrace these different worlds due to why this is happening. Now, few personality disorders and few mental disorders do have genetic wiring to it. You may have a good tendency to develop it later in your life, but again you will need a stimulation. So if your environment is fairly better, it's the chances of you developing a mental disorder would be a little less, not a little less, almost single digit percentages maybe your chance of developing that mental disorder or personality disorder. So we need to realize these things, understand them, and kind of respect it. When you get time, just watch some videos about mental disorders, what all you have, personality disorders, what are the symptoms, and read about read interviews or watch interviews about the people who have these disorders. Also read some literature or some articles which they have wrote. One line which I still remember, I think a guy took his life with depression, and he wrote in a suicide note, it was just one line, and it said, if you could be in my mind, you would have known why I took this step. It's a well articulated line, and it's not like they're dumb to kill themselves. It's like they're smart enough to realize that this is getting too much to live, and they're losing control. And all those, a lot of us are privileged to have a very safe background. I mean, if you are kind of born now in, let's say, Palestine during the wartime, how are you building a world? As a kid, there's uncertainty, there is war, this is deaths, and how will you you surely will have some sort of issues when you grow up, because these are not normal things. People can't go through a lot of trauma. even with us, if a traumatic incident happens, we get so emotional, we get so overwhelmed. That's because it's not normal. And Yeah, that's why we need to understand about these disorders and these people who have it, and grow into a world where we like kind of sort of accept it, and then we try and do our best to uh, change the situations so that this doesn't progress further. This is wishful thinking, by the way. This is not going to happen. Situations will always be a little chaotic, because that is the law of nature. But as humans, we can have empathy, we can sympathize, we can also help them in some ways. The day I'm editing the video for has a scene where I'm making bhaji, and it is so sort of tempting that I'm just heating up the potato and eggs which I made in the afternoon. I thought I'll eat it in the night as well, but I'm so hungry now. Something is wrong with the internet for a few days now. The upload speed specifically is very less. Yeah, when I started around 7:30, 7:30, 7:40. Yeah, 40 minutes, more than 40 minutes done, it's still not uploaded. Then it has to process itself, which will take more time. Till then, the one thing I forgot and I didn't pursue is the self deception 2 week plan. I think only day 14 remains, which is write down 3 commitments to continue being true to yourself after this plan. This seems like very hard now. Once I started, I had hope. Now, being true to oneself, you know, it feels like a journey more than a destination, and I think I need to continuously do certain things to actually be true to myself. So, yeah, that's day 14, the last day of the 2 week plan. Action plan forward, write down 3 commitments to continue being true to yourself after this plan. I have a mandala book, which is basically, sketches or outlines where you have to sketch rather with colors provided or came with the book. It's like sketch pens, but with a fine top. So my idea was to do a lot of this every single day when I came here, but I did nothing. The only one I did is this, and it was done at home when I was in Kalyan. So this is the one I did, and this is the one I'll do right now. It's very fine, so it takes a lot of time, and that is how it's sort of meditative. That's what they mean by when you do this. So I'm gonna do this. I have a song ready, which is sort of house music, and 1 hour, almost 1 hour 7 minutes. That's what I have to finish my mandala artwork. I'll just try to wrap it up in 1 hour because I usually take a lot of time to do this. That's all I have done in 1 hour. The music's over. It was 1 hour 6 minutes. That's all I've done in 1 hour 6 minutes. I don't know, maybe I'm slow, or because this is so hard to do, or this is the main reason they have such painting books or sketching books, coloring books, so that you focus more on because all the lines are so minute, you have to use multiple strokes. And yeah, I mean, since I'm a little bit of a perfectionist in some way, not in the exact way, I want to get it as clear as possible. And yeah, that's what happens when I start a mandala art. It takes hours. This is 1 hour 6 minutes. I'm sure, looking at this entire thing, I think I would need at least another 2 hours to complete this minimum. Curd rice for the night. that's it for today. The time is 11:30. I'm gonna sleep, and the plan tomorrow is to wake up early and walk to the beach because I've not done that. I've not walked to the beach. I've walked on the beach